the Casual Boots 2024 tournament. We have an awesome matchup here today. It's game 3 between Jamo and RadicalSniper99. I am one of your commentators, Skelly, and I'm joined by Leoria. It should be an excellent race. Like I said, game 3, the loser is out. The winner advances to the round of 16. So this is serious business.
Yeah, this is definitely I mean, it's going to be an exciting game 3. Game 3s are always a big deal, honestly. These two are going to be gunning for this, right? Like, they're not going to want to just let the other person have a free ride.
Yep, and they've both been playing really well lately. Jamo a little bit newer to the scene, I would say, than I'm just going to call him Jesse. Everyone knows his name. RadicalSniper99 equals Jesse.
Yep.
Jesse is I guess, not the reigning champ anymore because the current ladder season just ended, but the season before that, he was the overall champion and the Casual Boots champion. So he's certainly in really good form, but, you know, it's 1-1. Jamo's doing great himself, so it should be a good match.
Yeah, Jamo's definitely newer, but has been putting in the work. I know just kind of, you know, by virtue of hanging out with Jesse quite a bit, Jesse had been doing some research, and Jamo's been really grinding. I want to say, like, they looked at, like, his NMG leaderboard as just a, you know, general guide of, like, what's his movement like, you know, and he's got a faster time than Jesse does, so might be new, but has definitely been grinding.
Yeah, even on that very first overworld screen coming out of Link's house, we saw Jamo. He did the dash straight left through the bushes, as Jesse took the slightly safer but like a few frames slower strat of walking past the bushes and then dashing up. So
Right.
you can tell he's already got his eye on little details like that for optimizing movement.
Yeah, and, you know, you really kind of get to see a lot of that, especially here in Escape. Like, casual seeds are just kind of like, you know, usually bleh, I know, on the comm side, because it's like, we're seeing the same thing from both runners. Yay! But, you know, it's kind of interesting to be able to see, like, who has been putting in the work for, like, dash lines or optimizing certain rooms or anything. Like, these little things that do add up, honestly.
Yeah, it might seem like, you know, being a half a second or 1 second slower for a room is not a big deal, but if you multiply that over like dozens of rooms, that can eventually turn into a massive lead for one person. So every little thing counts for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And, like, you can see, like, yeah, Jamo has, like, the little optimization things, but Jesse has kind of picked up just little bits of time through each of these rooms and is now, you know, what, half a screen-ish ahead?
Yep. Some slightly better kills on the key guard so far.
Yeah.
It's been the biggest difference. But again, we're talking about like 1 second, so
Right,
there's a lot left to go here.
Both going for 8/. I like Jamo's focus there of, like, we're gonna be hitting the guard, but also trying to slide him more towards the left so that key drops in a more optimal spot.
Yep, that pretty much made the difference right there. Now he's got the half-second lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Casual Boots. This is how the beginning of every Casual Boots seed goes. It's 5 minutes of doing this same thing you do in every other seed. It's pretty unlikely that this changes unless you find some crazy item like the hammer or something. But it's kind of a nice warm-up for these runners to just, you know, get ready for when decision-making time comes in a couple more minutes once they've rescued Zelda.
And I mean, they did both manage to grab Zelda, which, you know, for some people can be a challenge. Kazden. You know, I'm proud of them. They both are are doing well. They're playing the game well.
Yeah, so far we haven't found really any items at all of note, so
Yeah, no.
I guess bombs are kind of important a little bit in the early game.
Yeah, it's nice to have them so you don't have to worry about, do I have bombs for those few locations in CAC where bombs are necessary. I mean, that's potentially a something right there with that Quake medallion. We're not going to know for a while.
Yeah, typically after this whole castle sequence, we'll see the runners going to CAC. But with those early bombs, you could maybe do something really funky, like Water Walk to Ice Rod Cave is one of my favorites. But we'll see what they're feeling like today.
It is fun, for sure. It's, having those boots does give you that ability to, be a bit creative with your routing. Like you said, you do the woods, you set up the water walk, and then jump in the portal west of Bonk Rocks. And it's fun. I used to do that more than I probably should admit to, but
it's a nice route. Funky. I'm a fan myself.
Yeah.
All right, so Jamo done with escape. Couple seconds faster than Jesse, but both of them got very solid escape times for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even realize that we got a decent amount of money in escape as well.
Yeah, that's true. Here's our map check. Looked like a green pendant Eastern, and I think that was a blue pendant Hera.
Yeah. And we got our first glove. That's, I mean, if they really wanted to, they could even, I don't know if I would do it, but they could very much, just take that and go up to get the old man save point right now. It's not in logic, but it's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. And I mean, it unlocks a save quit point. So unless they find the flute really early, like that's not really time you're losing. You're just doing it sooner than you would later.
Right.
But it looks like both of them heading into the woods, which is pretty normal.
Yeah.
There's a Moon Pearl. So,
all right,
pretty close to Darkworld access already with that glove.
I won't even lie, I am very much, it's interesting to see what early Darkworld access can do to, different routes here, right? I know some people absolutely loathe early Darkworld. And some people are whatever about it. I don't know if there's anybody that really likes it, but
it is kind of sketchy for sure.
Yeah.
Having the starting sword in this mode can make it a little bit comfier, but with green mail 5 hearts, like there's a lot of things that can kill you really quickly.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if they find the hammer in CAC, they could just go in the Dark World portal after this if they wanted to. Like that is totally an option.
So I will point out, Jamo did get the tier 1 pull, which is single bombs. Jesse skipped it because, with the 3 bombs he had, he knew that's enough to be able to clear the bomb areas of CAC and, got money. Very easily could buy something if I don't get bombs somewhere along the way. I think having the knowledge on Jamo's side is really nice because, again, it's a resource that is, well, important to the video game. I don't know how to say it other than that.
Speaking of the hammer, by the way, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, so there's Darkworld access already.
And I think really what is gonna determine, I think, what these guys do, really truly, I hate to say it's the rest of CAC, but I think if you find a mirror, that changes things as far as, how are you handling routing out the rest of this plus your early Dark World.
Yeah, for sure. Mirror can definitely spice up how you handle Light World. Like, you could kind of combine Mini Moldorm Cave with Hype Cave, for example. That's not something you can normally do, but I mean, they are like right next to each other.
Yeah, getting 2 5-item caves back to back like that is really nice.
They've also found even more money. They're already up to like 700 rupees. Zora is in logic with that glove. Now that they have Darkhold access, that's not really a priority, but it is something to think about. Like, if they do make their way to Ice Rod Cave kind of soon, you could consider like setting up a water walk and going towards Zora.
Yeah, that is never a fun thing to have to try and decide, is like, how do I feel like routing in Zora today? Like, that's... Zora just sucks. Can we just...
does.
just straight up say, Zora sucks.
Let's see. Okay, for a second I thought Jamo maybe was going to go in the Darkhold portal there, but no, he's kind of pretending he doesn't have Darkhold access yet. Heading to the dam, which is pretty much the standard follow-up after CAC.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. Like, this is just your fairly normal, typical, you know, you go to where the density is, and density says, you know, Kakariko and then South Shore, right? Get as many checks as possible in as quick a time as you can.
Yeah, for sure. Mini Moldorm Cave is too good. Like, that's 5 really fast items.
And with Cat's Boots, you don't have to worry about weaponry. Like, you're given one from the get-go.
It's like Jamo opting for the faster bomb strats if it goes well, and that did go pretty well for him, whereas Jesse taking the safer slash all the Moldworms.
Yeah, saving the bombs that he can. Does get the 4-drop right there at the very end, so that's pretty nice. Definitely going to be feeling really, really safe bomb-wise now.
Yeah, Jamo's only down to 3, and he's going to use 1 here for Ice Rod Cave, but he's still probably going to be fine for the foreseeable future. He'll find some bombs and some random chests, surely, before he needs them again.
Well, and there's always this 50-50 too, if he's really feeling like, yeah, let me grab that.
There's our Ice Rod Cave check. So let's see, is he gonna... Well, he's definitely gonna water walk somewhere. Is he gonna go to Zora? It is in logic.
Can I ask? Because I'm very curious. Like, you and I haven't gotten to talk much. So I'm very interested in, like picking your brain about some routing choices. I've seen a lot of folks lately, like, avoiding going to Hobo early.
Yeah.
Like, just save it for when you're going to Pod or something like that. What is your take?
That's a really good question, because it's actually something I've been thinking about a lot recently after reading some commentary from our beloved Gamachu. I'm pretty sure it is not actually saving any time if you check Hobo by water walking. I was testing it out, and I think it's almost exactly the same as if you had the flippers and you just save and quit to Link's house and just went there like the straightforward way. So with that in mind, I don't think it is a very good idea to check Hobo out of logic like that, because if you're not saving time, why like try to do things in the wrong order, basically?
Yeah.
Now, checking Zora, on the other hand, that's a different story, because Zora actually was in logic, and you just get these other like nice bonus checks on the way, which turned out to be junk, but you know, they could have been something for sure.
Right, definitely. I really appreciate that take, because that's, like, knowing that the water walk is, like you said, like, it's basically a wash of that, between that and, you know, just walking and swimming normally. That's That's interesting to note. Like, I'm adding that to my memory bank here. I think it was a Samaria in the last chest of Hype Cave, so...
Yep, and we got a Bombos, too.
Yeah.
Nice Ice Palace toolkit. Not that they can go there yet without the myths or anything, but... Also, speaking of Ice Palace, I believe that was our other pendant, if I saw that correctly, and then I think our red crystals were Turtle Rock and Mire?
I believe that was the case. Well, and we're just getting all the fire here in South Dark World because there was our fire pot on Stumpy, too.
Yeah, and I definitely like the routing both these guys have been doing so far. Hype Cave, 5 items real quick, plus Stumpy and Dig Game. Like, it's really nice just to get those out of the way. Try to find some progression, because by the time you enter the Dark World that first time, you don't actually know, like, what the crystals are necessarily or what you're looking for. So it gives you a chance to get some items and kind of plan out how you want to approach the rest of the seed.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny because I'm hoping to see some divergence here soon, but I just don't think we're going to. These guys are routing nearly identically, and it's not a bad thing. It's just they are going to where it feels like the seed is telling them to go.
Yeah, it's a really logical progression. I mean, we know now that Thieves Town and Skullwoods are both crystals. We have the Fire Rod. We have the hammer. We can just full clear both of those, so why not?
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, at this point, it's kind of almost hoping, like, yeah, just give me a bow at some point in here so that I can, you know, get 2 more crystal, or I guess just 1 more crystal with Pod, because Eastern is a pendant. Did remember that. I like this too. I mean, I assume we're gonna save Sea House for after Thieves. But I'm a big fan of doing at least a few checks in VOO before going into Thieves, just to see if you can get anything to make Thieves a little nicer. In this case, like, some kind of, like, safety for the Hellway more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah, like, if you do it perfectly, then it doesn't, you know, you have the equipment you need. There's the book, by the way. But look, what if you don't do it perfectly? Right? It's nice to have some comfort, just in case.
Well, shoot. You can even get the God Pixel and just get boned by RNG. Like, yeah. A Patrick could just move just in the right way that, you know, you're, you know, just smacked.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna full clear Village of Outcasts and Thieves Town anyway. It's just a matter of what order you do them. So if you do those other things first, like, you might be able to pull a nice item before Thieves Town. The cost is you might lose like a couple seconds by doing a little bit more walking. So it's what is that expression? It's like half a dozen one way or 6. I don't know. Something like that.
What is it? Half a dozen in one, 6 in the other, or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
I feel like that's a very, like, southern reference. I had to deep pull that one.
Yeah, I'm from Wisconsin, so that's why I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
I've lived in a lot of different places, so I'm kind of just a weird, like, melting pot of random euphemisms.
Yeah, speaking about that Hellway, Jamo did it perfectly fine. You should have a pretty smooth rest of the dungeon. That is the one room that's particularly scary.
Yeah.
And runners of this caliber shouldn't have any problem with blinds.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine they're gonna have a time with blind. Jesse having a little bit of a rough time in the Hellway there, but just kind of got cornered by a couple of the Patricks, and, you know, what can you do?
Yeah, just a couple screens behind at this point. Nothing insurmountable.
Let's see, we haven't found the small key yet, but that could very easily be just chilling in the big chest, which it looks like it is today.
Yep. Does Jamo remember that it's in there? Yes, he does. I forget that sometimes I just go bonk in that door. And I'm like, oh, right.
Oh yeah, about that. That's not... Yeah, oh. Whoops.
That would indicate that some stuff in this dungeon is hammer locked, but who cares? We found the hammer 10 minutes ago, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, really solid phase 1 and phase 2 scripts here on Jamo's side.
He took a hit, but he still did the fight basically optimally. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, like, you can eat the hit, and if the sword still pokes, then there you go. And so that's crystal number 1 on Jamo's side. And Jesse, not far behind, entering his fight now.
Yep, and Jamo assuredly going to head to Skullwoods next after finishing up Village of Outcasts here. Just chasing the crystals.
A, B, C, D.
And Jesse also taking a hit and also still having a good fight.
Imagine taking a hit on a scripted boss and it not just going completely haywire.
Yeah, it's really just the first 2 rounds that really matter.
Yeah.
Round 3, take as many, well, I guess you can't take as many hits as you want, but 1 or 2, you're still going to kill the boss in a couple seconds. The important thing is not dying. Get a quick peek at Bumper Ledge. Oh, that was the mirror. Interesting.
Okay, so at some point here, we're going to need that cape. Yeah, and that is required. I mean, Swamp is a crystal today, so that's definitely necessary.
Looked like Jamo was thinking for a second about going to the back first, but I think in this case he made the correct call to go back in and do the front, because there's like nothing to do after this. You're just gonna save quit anyway, so you might as well save quit in the deepest part of the dungeon.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you pull, again, like if you pull a sword here in the front, that's only gonna help you for Moth.
Yeah, for sure. Here's our first item, our container. It's only 2 items in Skull, but you know, some evidence suggests Skull is very likely, or at least likelier, to have progression items in other dungeons for complicated reasons. Not yet, at least. This is kind of interesting. Jamo took the death warp. Jesse's just gonna walk out.
Yeah, I'm curious about that myself on Jamo side. Like, I know he kind of got a little bullied, but there was... I don't know. I think it's interesting, to say the least. Like, he had the key.
Mm-hmm. And then the other option is just taking the Wallmaster, too. Like... Yeah. That's interesting. Oh, there's the cape.
Oh.
Okay.
That's that. There's our mirror, I guess.
So do you just go back and get the mirror now and come back? I guess so,
You're
right?
already here. Like, Jamo's gonna do it. I don't think I disagree with either choice, though. Like, you're already here. You're already near the back. Like, just go kill the moth. But also, you're not getting anything for it.
It's an interesting choice. I think, thinking about it a little harder, I think Jesse's idea is better. Because now Jamo's going to be in an awkward situation where, like, the mirror gives him King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge, which is to the right, and
Yeah.
Mothula is to the left, and he has to do both. But Jesse can just backtrack out of here. Actually, well, yeah, he'd have to backtrack out of here, and then he can kind of route it together in a straight line. I think that should end up being better for him.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think the one benefit that Jamo will have with this is the check that many people will just say doesn't exist. Like, he beats Moth and he can mirror and read the ped, but like, it's never ped.
Yeah, that's true. Or he could just like not do Mothula now. I mean, he's so far away. The items in Skull are already, he's already found both of them. And Skull's not like a red crystal, it's just a regular crystal. So at this point, I guess there's really no reason to go back right away. Just wait until you have Tempered Sword or something.
And Flute, I mean, that's just it. Like, you go back when you go to activate the Flute to go to Mire. And that's when you beat Moth at this point. Jesse?
What's happened? He saved quit? I wasn't looking.
Saved and quit. Yeah, he beat Moth, and then he saved and quit.
Okay, I guess it is kind of a long walk to get back to Bumper Ledge. I mean, he did look at it, right? He knows it's there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he saw it, I thought. Or did he never check it? Maybe he never checked it.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that could be...
I thought he checked.
That could be a big problem. Because he's probably thinking he'll check Bumper Ledge on the way to King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge. But you don't go that way if you don't have the mirror.
Right. Yeah, that's just absolutely become a blind spot for him. And I'll just, knowing him how I do, like, I will straight up say he will just kind of make the decision to say, like, it's dead to me until I get something that I can do more than just one with it. I'm surprised he didn't just peek at it on the way up, but I also, like, I get it.
He's probably just thinking, like, cape is in GT like it always is, and then a couple checks later he finds the cape, right?
Right.
That's just how it goes. Yeah, there's not going to be anything that pushes him in that direction, maybe even until last location, to be honest. The only other thing, like, remotely in that part of the world that he will end up doing, probably, would be the Smiths, if he finds the Mitts before the mirror.
Right.
Yeah, that could definitely be a problem for him.
Well, and I'll guarantee you that Mirrorless Smith is going to be, like, the last thing that he wants to do, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess if it does come down to that, probably we'd expect him to check Bumper Ledge before going to Smith's, but
right.
Still, that's probably going to be basically the last location.
Yeah. I mean, and I guess there's a couple of little bright sides with this. Like, at this point, Mirror locks a lot, right? Like, Mirror locks not only all of Swamp, but it also locks the mountain at this point, right? Like, we could safely assume that Hookshot could very easily just be on Light Death Mountain.
Yeah, that's a good point. The sooner he gets bottlenecked into the mirror, the better it'll be for him. Speaking of the mountain, looks like Jamo's heading up that way. It's not in logic, but there's like a lot of checks up here, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it's... At this point, you're just kind of assuming your mountain access is somewhere over in the Hot Eastern area, and, you know, you're hoping it's the lamp. And so
yeah.
Nothing else is needed.
Yeah, it could very easily be like the lamp in Eastern or something, and then the bow is on the mountain. Something like that.
Gross, but possible. Alternatively, if we find a lamp up here, we know that, you know, there's a limited number of places our flute can be. So I do like this decision by Jamo. Like, I think that it's not just a good choice density-wise, but if you're paying attention, you get a lot of information pretty quickly.
Yeah, and Jesse's decision and his end to go to desert also makes complete sense. You know, it's another crystal. Go do crystals. Crystals are good.
So no ice rod hunt today.
That's a relief.
Yeah. Free.
Nice bomb jump. Saves a little bit of time. Done. Actually, it saves quite a bit of time if you're going to Hera next. More than a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. Looks like Jesse's also going to go up the mountain. Now, he can't do nearly as much as Jamo, not having the mirror. But again, it unlocks the save quit point. So even though it's out of logic, it's like not really costing you time as long as the flute is kind of late, which it seems like it will be. Ominously quiet. Tower
I was
Pharaoh.
gonna say, I'm like, where's the music? I'm so confused.
Is our powder? Okay.
And yeah, with Skullwoods, forgive me. With small key access, like, I respect leaving.
Oh, for sure. It's not in logic. It takes forever to do the basement. There's only one item upstairs. There's no way. Well, Jesse's gonna find his ice rod at least. That doesn't do anything at all right now, but it's something, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll see what he decides to do after this. I mean, you gotta expect he's gonna go to like Pod or Eastern before ever even thinking about Bumper Ledge.
Does he have? It's not in logic technically because he doesn't have a bottle or anything. But does he have enough to be able to do Spike? I don't think he does.
I think he actually does have a red potion. I think he found one on Desert Ledge.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Correctly. Yeah. But so yeah, I guess it is in logic, isn't it?
Yeah, if there's a bottle, then yeah. Yeah,
I'm actually a little surprised you didn't go for that.
I am too, honestly.
Oh, the mitts were just here the whole time. Okay. Cool.
Cool. Suppose that's nifty.
That does give him other things he could do instead of Eastern, but it looks like he's still gonna go that way since he's already over here.
Was he going to... I mean, I feel like you have to just go ahead and dip Eastern, but... No, he's going to Pod.
Oh, okay. Alright. It's got more items than Eastern, at least. It's still a dungeon you can't beat.
Right. Well, and one that you're gonna have to potentially double dip. Well, yeah, potentially. I can't say yes for sure, because if Bo's in here, then great.
Yeah.
I almost think I would have rather seen him take that portal and go to Pyramid Catfish. Just to get, you know, 2 kind of gross checks out of the way, but... Again...
Yeah, you're at least, like, not really leaving anything behind by doing that. Like, okay, you leave behind Pyramid Fairy, but our red crystals are Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, so... Yeah, what's the likelihood we're actually going to do that, ever?
Yeah. Alright. Jamo giving us these mirror checks while Jesse's dipping Crystal Pod. Nothing at any of these book checks.
Yeah, it makes sense to do all this, routing it into desert. That's a good way to clean up all those checks while progressing toward a crystal.
Yeah, agreed.
It's definitely very solid routing.
Yeah, like these guys have got each other's numbers here. Like this is, they're going for broke. Like they're not. I haven't seen a routing decision specifically that has been like, what are we doing? Like with the knowledge that they have.
Yeah, both their routes make perfect sense. It's just he doesn't. I mean, he skipped upper ledge, which is, I don't think, unreasonable. But given that skip, his route has made complete sense.
Yeah.
We did get a small key in the first just of pod, so most of it's going to be in logic. So Jesse is going to have to either mimic clip or potion glitch. Looks like he's going to go for the mimic clip here. He does have potions, but if you're good at mimic clipping, why not save the potion for later? And wow, that was a really fast one too.
Yeah, he has put in a good amount of work on that. I know, I think it was game 1, maybe. He was, game 1 or game 2, I can't remember which. He was, not at his normal setup and was having to play with a different controller, and it was not his, it was not one that was, worth anything. So
yeah.
he couldn't mimic clip with it at all. And he was really frustrated about it, but seems like he's very happy to be back at his normal setup.
Yeah, that's definitely one of those tricks, or very similar to like hovering, where if your equipment changes even slightly, you basically have to relearn it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we do have 3 small keys here for the back. I don't remember, truthfully, if we found... I think we must have found 2 items in the front, so vanilla big key is a small key.
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure either.
Yeah.
But nothing left in pod is in logic for Jesse due to lack of lamp. Of course, he's going to do this stuff anyway because he's here. But he's going to have to leave unless he happens to find a bow, because he cannot kill the good king Helmasaur yet.
You said good king Helmasaur, and my brain very much went good king Mugomog, and now I'm upset that that's in my head, but also not upset.
On the bright side, he doesn't have to do this annoying death warp in the dark, because he's just going to save quit anyway.
Unless this is a bow! Okay, no.
Touch quest.
I was low-key hoping that I could just call it, but
Yeah, I'm curious what both of them are going to choose next. It looks like Jesse's just going to check the shovel immediately.
honestly, I like this. Follow your items, and this is literally all you got out of pod.
Yeah, you want to try to like make it worth it after the fact. But sadly,
Womp womp.
just a piece of heart. He's not safe quitting yet, so I guess he has another plan after this.
Is this him going for Mirrorless Smith?
Oh, I think it's probably just Sick Kid. Maybe he does that after, but I think, yeah, with that bottle from Desert Ledge. Actually, I think he has 2 bottles now. Oh, half magic, cool.
Oh, yay! We like that. It's nice and free.
And he is gonna keep going. Okay, this is good.
Yeah.
Unless he skips Bumper Ledge again,
right?
Which would be insane. But
that would be the bad part of this. Is like, dude, just go to Bumper Ledge. Go get the scout. You got the cape so early.
I mean, his logical options right now are.
Jesse, please.
Oh no, really?
Jesse, please.
Oh, he's maybe.
Wait.
I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do.
Well, yeah. What are we planning to do here? Because clearly we're not getting. We're not. I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I'm like, my brain is breaking on this because it's like we're not grabbing the smith first and saving and quitting from hammer pegs, but we can't take the smith into bumper ledge.
Yeah.
Or into the cave anyway.
Maybe his plan is to check bumper ledge before purple chest. I guess.
Maybe? I guess. I feel like that's all he can do.
I mean, what else is even in logic? King's Tomb, I guess, which he's gonna check right now, and Eastern, without a bow.
Pyramid, ledge, and catfish.
Yeah, true. And Spike Cave.
And Spike Cave, yeah.
That is a terrible set of options right there.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, so Jamo gave us Pyramid Ledge at least, so we know that's dead.
Yeah, checking that on the way into... he can combine Pod and Saha and Eastern all together thanks to that mirror.
Yeah.
See if he decides to leave after getting the mitts. We still don't know what the mountain axis actually is. I guess it has to be an Eastern, right? Well, it doesn't have to, but it probably is.
With the mitts there, yeah, I feel like it's... I think that's the only place it can be at this point.
It could be purple chest.
It could be purple chest. Yeah.
Or catfish.
Yeah. Ew.
Yeah, I guess there's a couple things it could be. Whatever it is, it's pretty bad. Yeah, Jamo, he's just gonna keep on going into pod and maybe dip Eastern after that.
Which makes sense. This Jesse's about to get real mad real quick.
Yeah, that feels bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's... ugh.
I mean, he's certainly not out of it by any means, but it feels bad.
Yeah.
Especially with Jamo doing Bolus Pod as well. Like, that's something that looked like it might hurt Jesse pretty badly, but now they're going to be even on that, at least.
Right. Making further use of that cape to get past the murder dactyls. Jesse, go do...
Oh, he's stuck. He got the
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what are we doing?
I think that was a quick swap mishap. He
Yeah.
got stuck with the cape and then tried to re-cape to fix the glitch, but then he mirrored instead.
Yeah. Well,
Jamo's showing us the other way you can sequence break this room using the potion camera unlock, which looks really cool.
I'm a little surprised Jesse didn't just keep going to catfish, but I think that mirror and getting it, he's feeling behind at this point.
Yeah, he's got to have the fear of like, what if my opponent knew that was there, and then they found the cape and skull and just went and got it.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing to be afraid of.
Yeah, because that's exactly what happened. I will say though, Jesse having the mitts here, we could do TR potentially.
Yeah, we could. That's true.
Like, it all depends on what the medallion for it is, but with how early our TR stuff was too, I I'm kind of feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't need ether, like, you might as well just do it. He's not even going to pick up the small key. He is not touching the basement. Pendant Hera.
I can't say I blame him.
Jamo's hammer jumping here. This is kind of interesting because the big key was in Dark Maze.
Yeah. This doesn't feel the most efficient to me, but like I understand, I guess.
It's gonna kind of work out. In general, I feel like it would probably burn you though.
Yeah, I think the thing too is like now you've backtracked, right? And this could have been a just mirror from the big chest, especially since we have the mirror.
Yeah.
It also feels a little silly, especially if, like, say your lamp is in Dark U, which we know it's not, but if it was, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, had he done the rest?
Yeah, I guess he did.
Oh.
But still, a little bit surprised by the hammer jump anyway. I guess it doesn't make a big difference. Well,
Yeah,
there's Burn on Jesse's side. He's cleaning up the mountain, just doing density. This is all still out of logic, but it's a lot of checks.
Mm-hmm. I think at this point, he's checked... Like, once he finishes Paradox, he'll have checked the same amount as Jamo. I think maybe, like, the things he's missing is the South Mirror checks, right? Like K45, Bombo's tablet. But he has Smith and Hammer Pegs over Jamo now?
Yeah, sounds right. He's going to be able to do Dark DM. Well, I guess Jamo seems to be heading that way too.
Yeah, Jamo's just like booking it over towards like TR and DDM.
Also, I just realized we were talking earlier about Spike Cave being in logic, having the bottle and the cape and the hammer.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about the part that the entire mountain was not in logic. So I guess it still wasn't in logic.
Oh, yeah. I suppose that's a thing. No, I mean, they're here. It's fine.
Surely the lamp is just in Eastern and we can pretend that they have it already.
Yeah, it doesn't exist. It's like the limit. It does not exist. Hey, so we got Bombos for TR.
Yeah, and the two runners have found themselves in the exact same place after all that divergence because of the mirror. Kind of funny to see that.
Yeah. It's like after all this, we're still just back to where we began. Oh, there's the flute. So, yeah, Lamp and Eastern, anybody?
That would make sense. So let's see. We're still missing quite a lot for Go mode here. For being 47 minutes into the seed. We still need a bow. Still need a hookshot. Still need flippers. We have the flute now. We might also need ether, and we need another sword. That's a lot of stuff.
That's still a lot of stuff, yeah. I honestly wasn't paying attention if Jesse did accidentally went the wrong way at first on the conveyor belt there, or the platform. But either way.
Oh yeah, I guess they did these rooms in the opposite order.
True.
I think with the mirror, you want to go right first. I think the way Jam was doing it is slightly better.
I like doing it this way for sure. Like, I like getting the full magic refill again. Oh, you look, a sword. The full magic refill, and then you just hit up that left compass chest on your way to the back.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's the right way to do it if you do have the mirror. If you don't have the mirror, then I think you go left and then right, and then from that side you go at the top. I want to say that's best, but to be honest, it could just be one of those things that I've assumed is best for a long time without ever actually checking it.
Imagine taking the time to time things and not just hoping that somebody else does it first.
All of my room strats are based off of vibes alone.
You know, mood. I didn't even pay attention to the fact that we had a vanilla big key.
Yeah. Let's see. I've got the flute now, so potentially we can finish Meyer.
Yeah. Again, that just boils down to medallion at this point. But with cape and master sword especially, like, it's free. I say it's free, like, Vidi is still scary, but you have a cape and you have half magic. Like, you're fine.
Yeah. It's easy to do it without dying.
Yes.
It's not necessarily fast, but
Right.
not dying
It's
is
survivable.
fast.
Yeah, not dying is always faster than dying and trying to be spicy.
I don't think we've actually seen any of the Dark Death Mountain checks, right? 'Cause they both just went in the
Yeah,
Little Rock
they just-
portal and then immediately went in TR, which makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I agree. Like, you know, at this point, your hoping TR has, like, your hookshot to make Hookshot Cave, you know, actually logical.
Mm-hmm.
It's more dense than Super Bunny and Bonk Shot, so... Plus, you have to do it. It's a crystal.
The chance we might just never find the lamp at this rate.
Yeah. I can't imagine either of these guys are honestly concerned.
Yeah. If you're this far in the tournament, you're probably comfortable with every dark room that matters.
Yeah. Like, I think the, you know, quote, scariest one they have left, or series of dark rooms, would be Meyer, but everybody's got their strats that they do to help them get through Dark Mire, and, like, they'll be fine.
Yeah, we got plenty of safeties.
Mm-hmm.
The powder is actually so nice for Darkmire because you get that free fairy from the anti-fairy right before Vidi, so even if you take a bunch of damage in the dark, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. That Mario block did some strange things there.
Yeah, it looks kind of weird.
Yeah. Alright, Jesse entering Trinex here. Yeah, with Master Sword, just whipping out the hammer, doing the hammer strats. Hammer hits are tempered damage, so that's nice.
Jamo going for the backdoor strats.
I like it. And really well done getting that firehead down.
Yeah. Both of them executing this fight really well.
Yeah.
Jesse's strategy is basically the exact same of what I do in this situation, where you hammer the firehead, and then having half magic, being
Bam,
unable
on
to
the
pause
ice
as
head.
it's exploding. Yeah, just spam fire around the ice head until it's dead.
Yep. Alright, so Jesse does get his TR crystal. That is his fourth. Jamo not far behind. And we got some DDM checks here to do.
Yeah, they're basically dead even in terms of like actually beating the game. The difference here is just what each runner has done at this point. Jamo having done several mirror checks. Jesse, really the only thing he did extra was Smith and hammer pegs, I think. So we'll see if either runner ends up checking those things that their opponents have already done, which could end up making the difference.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. We did get red ring here. Being so far from go, like, do you go for hovers here?
If you're confident at hovering, I definitely would, I think.
I was gonna say, I saw that coming from Jesse. I'm like, he'll give it a go and then say no.
I mean, a bow could be here, the flippers could be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Jamo's gonna go for it too.
Yeah, let's see how his goes.
Okay, he's actually gonna give it a second try.
Okay. All right, first one.
Nicely done. Gets a armor upgrade, which is not really what he was hoping to get, but nice, I guess.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a nice little safety that Jesse's not getting.
And, well, turned out to basically be all junk. So, good news for Jesse, since he just gave up on it, instead of wasting his time getting items that don't matter.
Right.
Depending on when we find the hook shot, it's possible he could still get baited back there, though.
Right. Oh, interesting. Jamo's gonna do Pendant Hera here. This is, I feel like, a make or break play at this point.
This is really surprising to me.
Yeah.
I mean, you could potentially, like, 2 out of 3 chance, just be able to do Meyer.
I mean, maybe this is legitimately a thought of, like, I'm never coming back to the mountain until I'm in Go and going to GT, so it's now or never, I guess.
It's such a huge time commitment for one item. 'Cause you have to do all of this just to get the big key, and then you have to go upstairs, and who knows where the actual item is. It might even be on Moldorm.
Yeah. Well, and even more so, like, Jamo has the information that Pet is dead.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one who read it, so it's an interesting decision, to say the least. I'll be real curious to, like, if he's willing to share about it, like, hear his thoughts on it, because
yeah,
it just feels like a really risky gamble.
Yeah, it's a big time commitment. Meanwhile, Jesse fluting to Meyer sees that he can do it because he has Bombos, and he also finds the hook shot just in Meyer's shed.
So there you go. Just one step closer to go. You know what? We're flipper bow.
Yep, flipper bow.
And this is going to open up Pyramid Fairy, which, considering that Jesse has not done Pyramid Ledge or Catfish, this is actually going to work out really nicely for him to get all 4 of those checks.
Yeah, I said we were probably never going to do that, and I'm going to have to eat my words, I think.
I mean, let me know how they taste, I guess.
They taste salty.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
This is a funny little optimization you could do in Hera. If you know you don't want that pendant, you can fall down to the previous floor, and then you are able to mirror. You can't mirror from that room if Moldorm is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately that was nothing for him, so that's a pretty big time loss, and I can't imagine Jesse doing that anytime soon.
No, I would be shocked that we see Jesse do that. And realistically, Jesse's not gonna do the basement there. He would just take his hook shot and parapod up.
Yeah. Yeah, and just hope the item's not in big chest.
Yeah.
But I don't see how that location could be anything other than a last location, really, and since it's not progression, we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah. I think at this point, the potential worst thing that we could see is, like, legitimately green pendant turn-in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, being, what, it'd have to be the flippers at this point.
Yeah. I haven't been counting items yet, to be honest. Meyer.
Me either. I have not.
Guess he's just gonna do cutscene right away. This is pretty interesting to me because with the big key being in the compass chest, it's actually even less likely for a real item to be here.
Yeah. This
Because
very likely just a small key.
Yeah. Yeah, if the big key is in either that compass chest or in cutscene chest, then the opposite one is only 2 key locked, which means it's eligible to have a small key, which it otherwise wouldn't. So I guess he's just being thorough. I mean, it might just be an item in here anyway, and he's saving time over coming back to this room. So, but it's an interesting choice.
Yeah, and like you were saying, like, it was only 2 key locked, and there you go. There's your other small key. I'm gonna guess if he went for that he hasn't found either item, like, and so he was willing to take that gamble.
Yeah. There's one.
Yeah.
Oh, this tracks the bop. Oh my goodness. This song might actually be too good for Misery Meyer.
This is really good. Oh, hey, look.
Medallion we don't need. Great.
Yay!
Oh, the stun prize is 8 doms, I guess. Would have been nice if we were able to stun things like early
Forever
in the
ago?
game,
Like...
but it took forever to find anything that could do that.
I feel like we got a blue boomerang somewhere early adjacent, but I could not tell you where it was.
I don't remember anymore.
Well, it doesn't matter. Like, they didn't use it when they could have had it. I don't think they had it for Thieves Town, which is where, like, where you find your stun prize often enough.
Yeah. The stun prize block, basically. In the basement. Everyone always stuns the, whatever they're called, the Zyzax.
The Zyzax, yeah. And then you throw the rock at it, and there you go, stun prize.
Not sure what just happened on Jamo's side.
I'll be honest, I missed it, and I'm not sure either.
I saw a Samaria block exploding, which probably means he either quick
Oh,
swapped
maybe he was
wrong
trying to...
or he was trying to refill.
Yeah.
But I guess you will go back into it. Actually, I don't know when you go back into it now. He's gonna need to get that chest because that has his big key.
Right. Well, I think, honestly, having the small key in this chest will tell him, oh, that is where my big key is.
That's a good point. This, like, never comes up, but that's totally true. If this is a small key, then the other one has to be a big key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're, like, we always think about it from the, like, torches side is, you know, if it's a small key, then it's a vanilla big key, but yeah, no, it is. I
That's
think
really
this
fun.
would be the first time we've seen it backwards like this.
Yeah. Looks like he's going through the other stuff first. He might not know that off the top of his head.
Maybe not.
Higher key logic is really strange, and I can't blame anyone for not understanding it. Or having it
Honestly,
memorized.
true. At least it's not ice.
Yeah.
We're just not even going to talk about that.
Yeah, hopefully we never even see ice. 50% chance, maybe not 50%, but flippers might be go mode anyway, so probably not going to see it this seed, but who knows.
At what point do you start, like, having that anxiety that, like, crap, what if it's not just a lamp over in Eastern, but, like, it's a French vanilla bow, and it's just been sitting there this whole time?
Yeah. Let's see.
Like, this is gonna be, you know, Pyramid Fairy up. You remember back at the beginning when we were talking about, like, the water walking to Hobo situation?
Yes.
What if after all this, Hobo just has the bow?
I'm wondering if the lamp could be in Swamp somehow, and the flippers are in Eastern. I think that could work, as long as it's not locked in Swamp.
I feel like you're right, because yeah, Hookshot was...
Shot was in Mire, which is flute locked. Flute was on the mountain.
Which is TR, yeah. So, yeah, as long as it's not Hookshot locked, I think it could be. If the flippers are in Eastern. Ew. Just ew.
Oh yeah, we're finally gonna see Catfish. I kind of forgot we haven't seen this yet from anybody.
Yeah. This is kind of the last, like, far out there one-off that...
Oh wait, Zora, right? No, they did Zora.
No, we did Zora.
Yeah. It was so long ago. I already forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. This feels like it's been really long for cast boots. Like, to be an hour 6 in and not be, like, at least just even one from go. Like, we're still 2.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
Alright, Jesse, where are you going now? Eastern, maybe?
Purple chest, it looks like. I think that's what this is purple chest.
He probably hasn't done powder yet either, has he? I know Jamo did.
I think he did. I think when he activated his flute, he ran over and did powder, then fluted to the mire area.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think this is gonna be purple chest, but then also getting like K45 Bombo's tablet on the way. Because I don't think he's done those.
Right. So he's so late to the mirror, he didn't do any mirror checks.
Mm-hmm. Which Jamo's going to Eastern, so this is
I mean, at this
we're gonna
point,
get our answer here.
Yeah.
Like either purple chest or Eastern.
Yeah, I think we're down to just those. There's nothing else I can think of that's actually in logic.
I can't think of anything either. I feel like that's it. Because even though we could fake Flipper into ice, like, that's not anything.
Yeah. Definitely not going to find our flippers in there. There might be a bow in there. Could even end up being our go mode bow for all we know, but definitely no flippers.
I feel like I was holding my breath there for a second, like I'm just waiting, like
Not perfect.
Okay. So it has to be somewhere here in Eastern then.
I think so. Bolus, Green Pen, and Eastern.
Worst part about this is literally available at the very beginning of the game. Like, this is, you know, I don't know. Like, sphere, there's, God bless, dude. All right, I think this is, so Jesse's going for Hookshot Cave now. Might Hera pot up after? I don't think Jim was sure what he wanted to do there.
Armos is actually in logic here.
Yeah.
With big key placement. Fire Rod puts Armos in logic, which means Green Pennant's in logic.
Right?
I don't know if we saw all 3 items yet. It looked like there was some hesitation about going to big key chests. It could be he's gambling that the item's on Armos, but I'm not sure.
Well, I think at this point, like, it's possible that the item is in Vanilla Big Key chest, and that this, like, your Green Pendant Turn-In is the lamp, but I mean, at that point, that this... Okay, yeah, no, that's the last item. So Green Pendant Turn-In is the lamp, though.
I think it's...
Or flippers?
No, I think it has to be something else, because the lamp doesn't actually give us anything, does it?
It gave us the mountain.
But Mountain doesn't have anything left. That could be progression either, right? We've seen everything on it.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, we have, but we know that lamp has to be somewhere. Oh!
Yeah.
Wow.
So lamp's
Okay,
gonna be in swamp, I guess, or in ice. If it's in ice,
Gross,
I don't think
dude.
we're ever gonna see it.
Yeah, no. I mean, at this point, we're not seeing it. Like, that's go mode for Jamo.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
All right. Well, the question is, how long is it gonna take Jesse to go to Eastern? I don't think he has anything else to do after this.
Yeah, I think after this, it's literally he has to go to Eastern. I don't think he has anything left. And I think this decision to do DDM and Hera is just him saying, if it's Eastern, I lose. Like, I'm last locating that.
On the bright side, since Jesse gets the second item here, he did successfully skip Hera Basement.
True.
But he's still quite a bit behind at this point. It's going to be hard to come back.
Well, and another thought here too. I don't know if there's another item still in pod. If Helmet has an item or not.
Oh, I'm not sure
Helmet
either.
does have an item, then Jesse could honestly just skip this and take the bow straight to pod.
That is true. If he's trying to follow the logic, at least, though, Elma's still out of logic for the lamp.
True.
Hey, look, a mushroom for Jamo. Great.
Cool. We can fake powder. Which we could have already technically done with the powder anyway. We can fake powder with the real powder.
Yeah. He's hoping to find silvers or something. I guess he can try throwing the mushroom at Ganon and see if that works, but I'm not so sure that'll help too much.
Yeah. I mean, I would be worried that you throw a mushroom at Ganon and it's just going to make him bigger. Or does that only work if you're Italian?
I don't know. Well, maybe he is Italian. I don't know his ancestry.
it's on me, Ganon. Oh, dude.
Ganondorf is actually his anglicized name. His real name is Ganondoli.
Canonio.
Okay, Jesse's going straight to the back as well.
Yeah. This is... I mean, this is right. It's just, he's... Unfortunately, like, he is playing from behind here.
Yeah. Something's gonna have to go very wrong for Jamo at this point.
Yeah.
Like, more than just bad GT luck. He's gonna need to, like, die somewhere.
Which, like, I don't even want to, like, risk that, or, like, risk saying that, because, like, literally that's what kind of happened in Game 2. Like, he fell on Ganon, and Jesse passed him, and got the win.
That's a good point.
It's like, I don't even want to bring that into the ether. Alright, Jesse about to get his flippers. Meanwhile, Jamo's in his last dungeon. And, I guarantee you that, like, Jesse feels really not good about that.
Yeah. Like, he's gonna do pod first. The order is basically arbitrary, whether he does swamp or pod first.
Yeah. Yeah, at this point, I almost feel like I like, in a weird way, pod first, if for no other reason than if you happen to get a sword on Helma, then you're not opening anything in swamp, right?
Yeah. Tempered, I guess. Just in case Tempered is on Helmasaur, that can help the Argus fight quite a bit.
Yeah.
But these are, like, just really kind of extreme edge cases, like, it's basically arbitrary.
Right. Yeah, no, this is just, it's literally just do whichever one you feel like you want to do.
Yeah. Whichever one you're more likely to forget is the one you should do first. To make sure you have all your crystals.
That's true. You know, I thought here too of why Jamo might have done Swamp first was legit looking for Lamp. But he only opened chest in the back, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So that is a moot point. Never mind. Because none of those could have been it.
Oh yeah.
Like, if Lamp is in Swamp, it has to be not hook locked.
Yeah, I'm really curious where the Lamp actually is.
I am too.
Because the intended route through this seed was clearly different than what either of them did.
Uh-huh.
That's crystal number 7 for Jamo.
Yup. And the numbers are already happening. GT guessing game, folks. 1 through 22. It's somewhere, the big key.
Feeling like a 6 today.
And I'm normally a 5 girl, so let's see.
I'm opting for the slightly, like, very, very slightly slower but safer way to GT, just to go in that Dark World portal.
Yeah, with Hookshot and Mirror, like, I think it's safe to say that it's slightly slower, but it's more consistent. Because you don't have to deal with dead rock RNG.
Yeah, it's a lot of really easy to execute screens versus several screens with dead rocks.
Yeah.
For a difference of, if everything goes correctly, I think like 1 second.
Yeah, that's not a lot of time in between the two different route choices, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, so while Jesse's on his way to Swamp to get his last crystal, Jamo's into GT, and let's see what not only Rowdy takes, but let's see where this key is.
Left first. We'll see if he mirrors after Stalfos room, which is one of the most popular routes. But who knows? There's so many different ways you can do this.
Maybe he'll rando rush.
Maybe a rando rush. No matter what you pick, there's a chance it's gonna go horribly wrong, so...
Yep. Honestly, GT routes... Well, hello, Silvers. GT routes are literally just, you decide what do you want to last locate. Like, what part of GD do you want to last locate?
Mm-hmm. Looks like he has got a rando rush. Or possibly full left. That's something you don't really see people do, though.
True.
Not anymore.
Yeah, honestly, a good point that, like, it's not Master Sword Silverless, but, like, Master Sword Silvers is borderline impossible.
That's true.
I don't know why. Like, doing the silver hits after having to land a spin is so hard.
Yeah. Wait, was that 6? No, it was 7, wasn't it?
I think it was 7, because Torch plus the 4 in DM plus Fire Bar, then Fire Snake. Yeah, 7. So close.
So close.
I mean, if nobody got it, then you got closest without going over.
Nice. Price is Right rules.
No, sorry, bud. We got Biff.
Oh, man. Biff gets the $100 bill from Bob Barker or something. I think that's how that game show works. I haven't watched it in 10 years.
Oh, God. I don't even, like... I was about to say, I don't even know if Bob Barker is still alive. Like, I know that's terrible.
You might be
but,
right.
Like, I know Drew Carey has been doing it for a long time now. I'm literally gonna look this up now. I don't know.
Our tracker is informing me Bob Barker has unfortunately left us.
No, dude. I mean, I was gonna joke and say, like, gone too soon, but also he was, like, literally, like, almost 100, I think. Yeah, no, he was born in 1923 and he died in 2023. He was, like, a couple months out from his 100th birthday.
Dang.
Man. What a bummer.
It's like playing rando and you get a cash boots time of 1 hour and 8 seconds. Alright, Jesse on his way to GT. Jamo needs to like die at the top of climb or something at this rate.
Yeah, that I feel like that's how that's the only way at this point that Jesse comes back. And even then, if it were to happen, you know, like now, it's not like he would still be ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it all comes back to bumper ledge, really. I mean, the Eastern Palace situation was also really unfortunate, but they were kind of equally unfortunate in that regard.
Right.
Yeah, just a pretty unlucky route from Jesse. That one skip really biting him hard.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him for skipping it at all. Like I said, the cape often is just like in GT.
Yeah, no, I don't think with the knowledge that Jesse had that he made a wrong decision as far as his route goes. It was unlucky that he didn't scout, and you know, that is a good chunk of this game is just honestly luck.
Unless Jamo got the quadrant glitch. I don't think he did, but that could help equalize the time if he did.
Can quadrant glitch still happen?
It can still happen, yes.
Okay.
So
like I legitimately like I knew Jingle glitch had been like handled.
Yes. Yeah,
but I
Jingle glitch is
wasn't
gone.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, quadrant glitch is something that can happen when you do a sword spin against Moldorm 2. If you're standing on, there's like imagine a horizontal line and a vertical line going through the center of the room. If you're standing on that line and you clink off of Moldorm, you trigger quadrant glitch. And it makes it so next time you make a screen transition, you get stuck in an empty room and you have to mirror and climb again. So basically the same as a death.
Like you could go to the Aga 2 room and he just won't be there. He's just gone.
Yeah.
I legitimately, like, I thought that got patched out when Jingle Glitch did. Like, I completely forgot that was even a thing still.
So they actually did try to patch it out, but they found out it, like, had unintended side effects, so they rolled it back. So now it's, as far as quadrant glitch is confirmed, it's vanilla again.
Gotcha.
But anyway, Master Sword fight. Pretty hard, but Jamo has a lot of time.
Yeah. I like the Samaria block strat here too.
Yeah.
Like using it to get those doubles.
Yeah, and quick swapping to the cape there. He even got the one cycle. That's really hard.
Like, wow, dude.
I think you might even have to use the cape like that to get the one cycle, because you need to do 6 spins, basically, and if you don't have the cape, by the time you're doing the 6th one, you'll get hit by a bat. So,
yeah.
Really good execution there.
Yeah, like I mentioned at the beginning, like you had mentioned, like, Jamo's fairly new to the scene, like, and yeah, he is, but he is, like I said, he's put in the work.
Oh yeah, his execution's been great.
Careful. Yeah, there it is.
Get your GGs in the chat for Jamo. He'll be moving on to the round of 16, the Casual Boots 2024 tournament.
Yep. Finishing with a race time GG time of 1:27.42. Jesse, in his climb, he did end up keep going to Rando Room. And so, since he did,
or Compass Room, you mean, right? On the right side?
No. Well, he did Compass Room, but he kept going to Rando Room and pulled Tempered out of Rando Room.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking. Okay, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Now we can do NMG strats.
Yeah. This is free. Alright, well, we will see if Jamo joins us for interview here shortly. In the meantime, G2, the Stalfos that I think are the bane of everybody's freaking existence.
Can we patch that room out of the game, actually?
Please. Like, please. Just...
That would be great. If we could get
Just
that in V32, please. Thanks.
Door rando transition from G1 straight to G3.
Yeah, we can keep the rest of Gauntlet. That's fine. It's just that one specific room.
Yeah. V32, sometime in the year 2096. We'll have Silksong by then. And we are joined by the winner today, Jamo. GG, dude.
Hello?
Hello, GG.
I don't hear anything.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, hopefully we'll figure out those technical difficulties.
Okay, I hear you now.
Oh, hi! GG!
Hello, GG.
What race, dude.
I can't believe I won that. I did not deserve to win that. I just felt like my routing just felt like absolute garbage the whole way. And I felt so behind, I was starting to gamble stuff like Hera and then Eastern. And then the Eastern gamble worked out, I guess. But yeah, even after that, I still felt like I might be behind, but...
Yeah, we were pretty curious about the Hera play. It makes sense that you did it because you're feeling behind.
Yeah, I just felt super behind, so I thought like hookshot on there is like my only out. But I mean, I was probably, maybe I was misjudging that, I don't know. But I was feeling terrible after the whole like first 30 or 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, well, little did you know, the thing that really saved you was actually the mirror on Upper Ledge. Jesse didn't look at it for
he didn't
for a
peek.
really long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just went straight into Skull. And then when he got the cape, he just, you know, he didn't want to go back and check it at that point, so...
Yeah.
Everything else. Yeah.
That's surprising to me. Like, I felt like you would always check it before, while going into Skull Woods. But like, I hated what I did there as well, which was like leave with the cape and then do those mirror checks and then orphan catfish and then go all the way back to Skull. Like, I felt so bad about that as well.
It was definitely like a weird, like choice that you don't normally have to make right there, and not a trivial one by any means.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to just get a cape right there, like halfway through Skull Woods.
Right.
I just wanted to save him quick from the back of Skull Woods.
Well, and of course, knowing that the mirror is there, it's like, you can't bring yourself to do that. It's like, no, I need that mirror, like, that's important.
Yeah, well, for sure, I would either go beat Skull Woods and then come back, or... I guess the other thing is that getting mirror actually let me, like, check pedestal immediately, at least. Like, getting mirror before finishing back with Skull Woods.
That's true, because you did have that book from... Oh gosh. Thieves?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
I don't remember either, but... Oh man, my hands were shaking so much on that Ganon fight. No idea how nervous I was.
It was a really good fight, though.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know how I didn't mess up this Mario strat when I was so nervous, but like I have practiced that strat a lot, so I was happy I got it.
I mean, that's something we kind of mentioned. Out of curiosity, like, how long have you been playing Rando now?
Yeah, so my first race was like October last year, like less than a year ago. But I did play the game like 12 years ago. I used to speedrun it.
Oh
and then
snap! Okay.
didn't play for a very long time. So yeah, I mean, I also like practiced a ton before I even did my first race. I just generally practice a lot and do a lot of solo seeds to get good.
Fair enough. While we were chatting, you know, folks already doing it, but get your GGs in chat for Jesse finishing it out, finishing with a 1:33:31. And will likely be joining us shortly as well. Yeah, no, the reason I asked, like, when you had really started playing, like, I knew you were fairly new to the scene, but it's clear that you've been putting in work.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time in practice hack for sure. I'm pretty proud of the progress I made in less than a year.
Yeah, it shows. Speaking of Jesse, we are joined by the RadicalSniper99. GG, sir.
GG. GG, Jamo.
GG.
You can't last locate that hard and expect to win a Kaz Boots ever.
So did you last locate the flippers or
Bow and flippers.
again? Sorry?
Bow and flippers.
Bow and flippers, yeah. I mean, those were
Yeah.
together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very weird because, I mean, my routing felt really bad the whole game. So I was starting to like gamble stuff because I felt super behind. And I did gamble Eastern before some other stuff. Like I still had Pyramid Fairy, Catfish, and what else? Like I skipped one check in Meyer. Oh, and Smith Chain. I didn't do Smith Chain.
Smith Chain done. All of Meyer cleared. Pyramid Catfish. Pyramid Fairy. Yeah, everything. I had nothing. I had both items out of Hera. I went back up for a Hookshot Cave.
I hovered Hookshot Cave actually.
Ah.
But
yeah, no.
Yeah,
didn't happen tonight, so.
Yeah, definitely didn't feel like I deserved to win that. I was like, the whole race I was just feeling terrible and just gambling stuff, and then somehow got lucky.
Did you get mirror early?
Yeah, they mentioned that as well, that you missed the mirror. Yeah, I checked that before entering Skull Woods. And then I had this awkward thing where I was like, I kind of just left Skull Woods immediately and got the mirror and then went back into Skull Woods. But yeah, I definitely didn't miss it like I heard you did.
I went in with a plan. I was doing front to back for Skull. I didn't care about anything like.
Yeah. So I wanted to do front to back as well, but like I still decided to check the ledge, and then that kind of messed up my front to back plan. But like at least I had a mirror after that.
Yeah, I mean, if I did back to front, I think it works out better. But
yeah, I was also thinking like I really wish I did back to the front here, but.
I think realistically, the getting of the book in Thieves Town kind of set me up for front to back. And I was like, I have a crystal that's clearable after this set. I'm not worried about bumper, regardless of that cape. Like,
yeah,
you play risky a little bit. Like it's Kaz Boots. You don't have time to
to
question yourself on a one check like that.
Yeah, that's understandable, especially since you might just never get a cape.
Yeah. Like, even getting it, you're just like, nope. Like, you gotta find corners in this mode, and, like, that's the risk you take. That's the gamble. That's where you lose or win races like that.
So did you get lamp? I mean, you must have if you last. Wait, you didn't get lamp?
No, I think realistically...
I think it's an
lamp
ice.
Yeah, I was gonna say swamp or ice.
Okay.
Or the two spots it had to be. Everything else didn't turn it up. You would have had ability or hobo. Yeah.
Also,
those are the only spots.
Did you get tempered as well?
I did.
Okay, I never got a tempered.
So when I got Big Key in Fire Snake, I continued on to Rando. I figured at this point, like with the last location of the bow and the flippers, I was like, I'm probably sunk anyway. But if there's a chance, like, I think it's if I can get a sword. So I was like, let's check it. And there was a sword last check, but I think right as I got the sword was right about when you finished.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I had a decent fight anyway. I got the 3+1 with Master Sword Samaria, so like temper didn't change that much in the fight. Just like 2 of the first cycles.
Yeah, I was thinking like between Ganon potentially getting a little bit of a time save and then the climb especially.
Yeah, I guess climate helps a little. I mean, there's a couple of rooms where I'm failing to kill enemies because I have a Master Sword, but with silvers it feels like it matters less. Like maybe I would have gone on to random room if I didn't have silvers.
Yeah. And that's completely fair, for sure.
But,
I'll just
yeah.
say it was a race. It was very funny to see how, for a while, how synced up you guys were route-wise, and then you had that first like major divergence at like Skull Woods with Jamo scouting the mirror and Jesse not, and so obviously like that changes your routes. But then you reconverged. I want to say it was at TR, and it was just really, it was just interesting to see how like you had been together, then separated so much, and then ended up right back together there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask as well, like part of the thing I felt really bad about was mitts on Saha that I got super late, like when I was dipping pod. Was that the same for you, or did you get those Saha
So
mitts?
because of what I did with the missing the mirror, I hit like after I save and quit, I did desert, and then I went to I think right after that I did Saha into pod.
Oh, okay, like Saha and then down to the portal, I see.
Yeah, I did Saha to the portal, so I had mitts.
Yeah.
And then having those mitts and getting a shovel out of pod, I did dig into Vu to get my to just turn
Smith and
in
hammer pegs?
Smith and pegs. And then I did King's Tomb back into Cat to Vu with the intention of bumper to purple chest.
Mm.
So
Okay. Yeah, because I was feeling bad about the mitts as well, since I also put off
and
Saha for a long time. I ended up
and
just
that was
dipping
kind of
pod and
my that was my hope, was that like if I missed, like when I saw the mirror, I was like, what helps me here? And it's like maybe that sends you up the mountain, you do a mountain climb and there was nothing there, and then maybe that means late mitts.
yeah, I mean that is what happened. I did a mountain
Yeah.
climb without mitts, yeah. But yeah, so at Turtle Rock then I wasn't behind, I guess. But I felt so behind that I went straight to Hera and did it with no hook shot for the item on Moldorm. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I'm a bad judge of whether I'm winning or not. Like it always turns out different things happen in the seed than you expect, right? So maybe I shouldn't gamble crazy stuff like that. But
It's hard to say, like I don't know, it's it's judging whether or not you think your opponent would have done something different. And part of that is like knowing your opponent, and then but there's 300 of us in this community. I'm not gonna be able to remember 300 people's styles. Like I think I watched both of our like pieces of both of our first 2 races, and I learned like 1, you like skipping left side swamp, 2, you like rando rush. Those were like the 2 things I learned.
I did rando rush this seed and it was good.
It was, I think, every seed of ours.
Actually, the second seed, I just did hope right or hope left. I wanted to, because had no arrows, so I wanted to go for like hope I get arrows before mimic. But that was pretty awkward as well because it was in rando room. I had to go further to get arrows, and then yeah.
Well, I will just say with that, GG's again to both of y'all. Unfortunate that, couldn't pull out the reverse sweep, Jess, but
I've got what, two other tourneys, 3 other tourneys right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm pretty sure
Less matches to schedule now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because
yeah,
I know you've got cross keys Saturday.
I've got cross keys on Saturday. I've got to schedule a SGL online, and then we're just starting up the 80 key drop boots, which I at least have a week off for that.
I think you're the number one seed, aren't you? In that? No.
I mean, I got lucky.
He is. He's gonna try and brush it off, but yeah, he nailed the number 1 seed.
Yeah, destroyed me on that seed.
That seed was ugly.
Yeah.
Not as ugly as Async 1, but it was ugly. And I guess I guess there's a chance I do Pice Boy.
There's a chance. We still have to discuss that as a team.
Yeah, figure out who's gonna get a pilot and who has to find a pilot.
I was gonna say I don't know who's getting custody this time around. I'm here. But yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but it's just one less tournament you have to worry about now, Jesse. You've got so many tournaments.
It's casual boots. Like I look at the top 64 people who made it to brackets, and then look at, it's a coin flip in so many regards. Like, look at the 16 so people who are left, and it's like, who got eliminated, who got matched up weird. Like, it was Shireen and I in the first round. One of the other matches right now in the top 32 or top 16 is Gamma and Gem. Like,
good grief.
Those are two guys who could win this tournament and win any tournament they're in, and they're matched up in not even the quarters. They're not they are far from the quarterfinal.
Yeah, I mean, I was feeling pretty unlucky to get you in second round because I was like 5th seed or something. Like, why do I have such a hard second round? But yeah, that was a great series. I mean, all of those games were so close. They were all stressful and definitely could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was an awesome series for sure.
So, Jamo, out of curiosity, do you know who you have next?
I know who it is.
Trying to find the bracket. Oh, do you know?
Yeah, it's Smirk.
Smirk, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Don't think I've played them before.
Smirk's a good guy.
Smirk is good people.
He is very good people.
I think that's gonna be a very fun series to watch. Smirk is my friend, but I'm gonna give just little tidbit. Like, Smirk can route kind of chaotically, and so it makes for very interesting races to watch.
He is dangerous in that regard. I've raced him enough to know that he'll pull a route out of nowhere on you, and you'll just be like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah,
good to know.
But yeah, he's good people. I wish you the best of luck moving forward. I believe Skelly said round of 16.
If I counted correctly, I think it is.
Yes, it is.
That sounds right.
All right. Well, with that, I will throw out there hey, if you haven't already, go follow the runners because they put on really, really good races. All 3 races were really incredible. And if I may, Skelly, it was a pleasure to commentate with you.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad you signed up to join me.
I'm glad that that you, I hate to say that you were okay with it. I wanted to, I always like to check in case somebody else was planning to sign up with you or something like that, and I'm really glad we did this. This was really fun, and it was good to pick your brain.
Yeah, it was definitely a really fun race to commentate, and very good race to watch in general.
Yeah. So go follow Skelly, and go follow his wonderful fiance Jandy B, who is our tracker today. She killed it, if I do say so myself. It was good. I'm really bad at wrapping things up, so.
Me too.
GG again, gamers, and look forward to seeing more of you guys moving forward.
Well, GG, and thank you for the restream.
All right. Have a fantastic night, SpeedGaming 3.